What's going on, good people? Emilio here, coming at you. Happy Tuesday to you. Hope everybody's doing well. So I just finished a couple of meetings. As you can see, I'm here at the airport just waiting for my flight home. And while I wait, I thought I'd take a break from the computer and answer that age-old question. Emilio, what the hell is it that you do? All right, I get that question at least once or twice after every video I post. So I thought I'd come on here and explain what exactly it is that I do. So I'm a learning and talent consultant. Usually when I tell people that, I get the face, and then I got to go into a lengthy explanation. So let me break that down exactly what that means, what I focus on in terms of business, and then when I say learning is my passion, what that means. So when I talk about learning and talent, the type of learning I'm talking about is organizational learning. How it is that an organization, creates, retains, and transfers knowledge. Okay, and that definition actually you can find in Wikipedia. So I did write a couple of notes down, so you'll see me looking down at them periodically. So now, an organization, a good thing to know is an organization improves over time. That's a given, if you're doing the right things. So with that development, an organization gains experience, and from that experience, the organization creates its knowledge base. Now, knowledge is broken down into four major areas in terms of organizational learning. So it's broken down at the individual level, at the group level, at the organizational level, and at the inter-organizational level. So pretty much how it is that individuals learn, and that's important. So when an organization is developing its training, we're using up-to-date adult learning techniques and neuroscience to make sure that we are delivering the right content in the right way to get as many learners as we can engaged and have them retain and be able to transfer that information moving forward. Going up to the group level is that same philosophy, just one step up. So now this is talking about teams, departments, things like that in regions. And then you get up to the top of that, which is organizational learning, how all of those things function, and then how the organization as a whole is overseeing, maintaining, and managing that process. All right, so that's organizational learning. So hopefully it makes it a little clearer. Now, talent. So talent is a little more difficult to explain. I tried pulling a couple of definitions, and I didn't feel that those definitions did what talent management is justice. So I pieced it together from a couple of sources. So here's what I got. So talent management refers to the anticipation of required human capital. So basically the use of strategic human resource planning to improve business value and make it possible for the organization to reach their goals. All right, so that's a very convoluted definition. But well, actually, it's not very convoluted. It's pretty straightforward on what talent management is. But of course, you got a lot of corporate jargon in there. So let me break that down. So talent management really deals with the people aspect of an organization. So talent management is concerned from day one of an employee's life cycle to the day before they quit, basically. And their job is the balance. Now, talent management is a people business. So really what it's about, it's about work-life balance, as I mentioned. It's about recruiting top talent and retaining top talent, also developing the talent within the organization, rewarding strategic workforce planning, things like that. So where does all that come into play? Well, let's say you're going to open a new branch to your business in another state. Well, if you've ever traveled between state to state, you know that cultures differ dramatically. So for example, I'll take an example from where I travel a lot. So Iowa, for example, Iowa versus Philadelphia. I mean, the culture is very different. So the way they learn is going to be slightly different. And the way we manage that type of talent, how we recruit, will also change. Also, if you have restrictions from the state, so if you're in healthcare, for example, and let's just say you're in a Medicaid type business, and you're going to move into a new state. Well, that state may have certain hiring requirements where you need to hire a certain number of select demographics of people depending on the area. So, for example, you may have to fill your talent pool with at least 30% from locals who live in the area. So that's just one of the ways that as an organization, you could help improve the community, bring jobs in, and not just siphon money out of the state. So just some things to think about. So who does talent and learning benefit? Well, it benefits any organization that is looking to build value. Now, talent and learning you probably won't feel the pains of it if you're a small business, but as your business begins to grow and become more complex, it'll be more and more important to start investing your organizational dollars into talent and learning. So an example would be like Google. I mean, yeah, Google is a company that's worth billions and billions of dollars, but where they got it right is that they invest a lot of money in talent and learning. Like, for example, what was one? Let me see. So such as like mindfulness and bringing mindfulness into the workplace. So that's something that a lot of organizations overlook, but that's one where they got right. I mean, they focus so much on their people that their people have made them into a company that's worth billions and billions of dollars. It wasn't just marketing and getting new customers. It was really investing in the talent and investing in the people. The thing to note is that talent and learning don't necessarily make the organization money directly. So it spends a lot of money and it's a lot of investment. But if you are an organization that is looking to grow and having your top talent stay with you, being able to recruit top talent, developing your staff, then this is an area where you need to go and you need to invest in and look further into. All right, so that's a little bit about what I do for organizations. I want to help businesses be more people oriented. It's been a numbers game for far too long, in my opinion, and we really need to focus on the people. Now just to close this video off, I know it's a little long. We're already just about 7 minutes. So my passion in terms of learning, so it's learning with a big L, meaning how we learn as a whole. Let's face it, there are no countries anymore. It's all corporations and businesses. So looking at the reality, I don't agree. I don't think that's the best way to run it, but that's the reality in which we live. So looking at it, we should be looking at how we're developing our talent and how we're learning as a whole. When we look at the educational system, there are a lot of good things in academia. I mean, a lot of good things, and I'm in no way trying to discourage academia. However, what I will say is that there's a lot of pieces of knowledge that we're not taught in school. For example, real estate basics, investment basics, basics of economics. These are things that we need to know once we get out of school and into the workforce. A lot of us stay stuck at the 9 to 5 because we don't see that we are talent, that we're actually investing into the organization that we're with. And if you start looking at it like that, then it's a very empowering thing. That's how you can begin, as I mentioned in a previous video, to use your 9 to 5 as your leverage. Don't think of it as you're stuck. If you can think of it like your time is an investment into that organization, you are making that organization great just by you showing up and doing a good job. So if you think about it like that, you're actually an investor, so that you have value and you have pull within the talent of that organization, and you can pull your talent out and bring it elsewhere. But of course, that's where career pathing comes into play, and different strategies that you can take to help you get either up and out of the 9 to 5, move up into a position, grow your business, so on and so forth. I mean, really, it's limitless what you can do. All right, everybody. So I'm going to cut this short. We're at almost 9 minutes. All right, so thank you guys for tuning in. Of course, I'm going to put a little clip of this on Instagram. I'm not sure if I'm going to put the whole video on Facebook, but definitely on my YouTube channel. So check it out when you get a moment. All right, everybody. So with that, I want to wish you all a powerful rest of the week. All right, and enjoy the heat, man. It's beautiful out. Take care.